we've had a bit of a strange encounter. Now, we're the only ones here now, and there was a guy who came onto the beach, but he was sort of trailing Tony. So we just feel a wee bit uneasy now, so we do about it. So it's a bit weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a wee look for another park up and just move on.
Hi, my name's Tony.
And my name's Stephen. And this is Rosie!
And this week we're back on the road again, touring some of the best spots that Ireland has to offer. Ever since fitting the temporary layout of our van, we've pretty much got to enjoy the entire summer and most of its weekends. So it's the first morning at our next park up, which is in Donegal on the Wild Atlantic Way. We've come to this amazing beach location and we're pretty much alone here, aside from a fan here and a fan here. It's the most tranquil, amazing, quiet spot, and I think it's going to be great to let Rosie off.
So we were actually meant to meet up with Jess and Joe this weekend, but they sent us a message to say they were actually not feeling the best, which is probably understandable. They came from quite warm climate, and then their first couple of weeks here it wasn't the best weather, so I'm not surprised they've actually gotten a wee bit sick. But we do wish them a speedy recovery, and hopefully we'll see them before they head back.
So I think the first thing we're going to do today is to make our breakfast, and then we're going to go and take Rosie a walk to the beach and explore the surrounding area. The waves here are amazing, aren't they? They're so big.
They're surfing waves. There's like, the van beside us has 2 surfboards under his van.
I don't think we've ever tried surfing before, but we certainly have tried kayaking.
Well, I'm not bringing the kayak onto that, like. We just trailed away by the current.
Hopefully with the weather you can get out on it in this video.
I would like to find somewhere to go. Well, that's so I would. We might have to look a wee bit more sheltered areas, or maybe a lake or something.
Although the weather hadn't yet made an appearance, we decided to go exploring the area and put our coats on for a day at the beach. Me and Stephen love being by the water, although Rosie is sometimes unsure of it, and during the course of this trip we wanted to get her more used to being by the sea.
It's a nice wee spot, like, isn't it? If only the weather would give us what it said it was going to give us. There's some blue sky over there, so it might pick up.
The rippling waves at this beach was amazing. It was easy to see why it was loved by surfers. It was a paradise for them. I think these locations are the reason why we love Vanlife. Getting out, parking up at the beach, letting Rosie off the lead and enjoying natural surroundings. And this big massive beach. Now it might not be the best weather and the sun's not shining, but it's so rugged and natural that it makes you feel really small, because everything else is so big around you. Overall, we really enjoyed our day at the beach, and although we loved this park up, unfortunately it was about to get ruined for us.
So we're going to move on now from this park up. We had thought about maybe just staying here and chilling out and enjoying it, but we've had a bit of a strange encounter. Now, we're the only ones here now, and there was a guy who came onto the beach, and then sort of, like, he was walking along the beach, but he was sort of trailing Tony. Me and Rosie were a wee bit further up, and he was trailing Tony. You'll see it in the clip. Tony was trying to record, and he was just sort of lurking in the background, which was a bit strange. But that was fine, you know. The beach is big enough for everybody, fair enough. So as we were walking along, me and Tony were sort of coming closer together with Rosie, and the guy decided just to sort of walk right in between us, and in doing so, nearly give Rosie a little bit of a kick. Now, Rosie being Rosie, fair enough, didn't know really what to do, and just seen another person. But he like, for the size of the beach, he could have walked like anywhere, and then his whole attitude was just like the way he nearly tripped over Rosie. It was nearly like he was going to go to kick her. So we're just not really content, and I don't know where he's went either, because he walked up that end of the beach, and then we got back to the van and started putting stuff away, and then I seen him go that end of the beach, but there's nothing there. So, and there's no car, so we're just feeling a wee bit uneasy now. So we do about it. So it's a bit weird. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a wee look for another park up, and just move on, which is a shame, like, because it's a really, really nice spot. But just with nobody else being here now, it just doesn't feel the best. Just feels weird. Just feels weird.
We didn't want to deter our spirits, so we got on the road to find our next park up. So we've moved on for now, and we've managed to find this amazing location by the water, and the sun is actually gracing us with their presence too, so we're going to have an amazing time here, maybe get a bit of lunch and then move on to our next location, because we don't think we're going to stay here for the night, but let's just enjoy the scenery for now. The sun came out and the scenery turned out to be absolutely spectacular.
Close my eyes, you're looking back at me. As real as autumn air, I take and breathe.
This spot recharged our love for getting out on the road. It was the perfect scenic spot to stop for a while, relax and take everything in. I actually think out here is incredible. I love it. Whenever you see the weather like this, people say that Ireland is one of the best places to go whenever you get the sun. And just looking onto this, it looks like we could be in an island in Portugal.
We're going to make our way further south of Donegal and head towards Portneuf. I haven't actually been there in years. I used to be down there all the time growing up, and it looks like quite a good park up, so it does. So we're going to head that direction to see if we can park up there for the night.
Over we go. We're going over it. Here we go. Ooh, so excited. What's this bridge called? Does it have a name?
Oh, I think we've been over this before. I can't remember the name of it though.
The views from it are absolutely incredible.
Especially in the weather.
Yeah. Oh, the weather has been... It's really showed up for us today. It's not, I will say it's not the warmest. It's like, I still have a coat on. So I'm still wearing my jacket. But you're in your t-shirt. How are you finding it?
Well, I haven't actually got out of the van much yet, so that's why I'm only in a t-shirt. So as long as I'm in the van, I'm okay. But no, I think if the sun's shining on us, it's fine. Like, this is pretty much as good as it gets for Donegal, let's be honest. As long as you get the sun on your face, on your skin, you'll be warm enough. You know, as long as you're not in gale force winds, which is always a potential.
Yeah.
But no, I think we're in two minds about where to go and the weather in Ireland, because Ireland's so small, you can never really catch the sunshine. But our two options were sort of northwest and west, but I think we've made the right choice.
Just to show you how they shine. I know all the beauty that
Oh goodness, goodness gracious. It's like we're driving through a valley or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's lovely. I think the amazing thing is, even on these drives, you can just turn a corner in the most amazing scenery, can't you?
Yeah, it's just class. Like, I love doing this.
It's incredible, and because it's so clear today, we can see the mountains for miles. Like, I can see about 3 mountains above the horizon here, just
Oh, you can
in
just
the
see
distance.
the distance, which is new for us.
crazy.
We've probably been on this road like loads of times, but you haven't been able to see more too
Yeah.
fit in front of you because of mist and clouds. But now we can actually see.
The drive's part of the fun of the journey too.
me find you here.
So we've reached our destination, that is the destination of Portneuf, and we're parked up right by a beach. But what we didn't realise whenever we got here, we didn't realise it would be such a built up residential area. And we're kind of we're the type of couple that like our own privacy, so having these big residential areas, especially with Rosie and a lot of activity going on and a lot of noise, is not ideal for us. So I think, although it's a lovely area, we're going to stop here and get lunch and maybe explore the beach for a bit, but then we're going to have to move on. So what's our plan?
I'm not fussed on this spot, like, so I'm thinking either going somewhere we've been before, and although not great for varying content, we know it's a good spot, or going back the way we came, but we left that spot because of that random dude. So I'm thinking, well, here's another option for you. So we're going to lose today to driving, unfortunately. However, where would you like to spend all day Saturday, like if we didn't move at all? So I have found this spot, which is somewhere we haven't been before, which is on a loch. I think it's Loch Allen. I think it looks quite nice. Like, it's a good shot there. I reckon it's sort of what we might be looking for. So we've just come to this park up at Loch Allen. Can't mind exactly where it is, but we put the 3 words for the location. We've seen a wee pathway down here, a wee road, so we're going to have a wee look and see if we can see any maybe better parking. Where we are still good, with the absolute fantastic view of the lake, but we just want to see if we can maybe get ourselves out of the way a wee bit better.
So we seem to have found this little walking trail along where we've parked up, and honestly I think we might be onto a winner with this one.
So I think it's actually down here we want to go, just seeing the end of this path, so we've well scouted it out. Let's have a wee quick look before we do. Go get the van.
Stephen made the right call and we decided to get parked up and enjoy the location. The location we found was on a lake called Loch Allen, and it was absolutely stunning and perfect for us in every way. When we arrived at the Lakeside Park Up, we didn't realise how much we would actually love it, and as we set up our chairs to watch the evening sunset, we realised how lucky we were to find such an amazing spot. The spot was quiet, peaceful, and surrounded by some of the best nature that we've ever been out in or seen in all of Ireland. We spent the night mostly alone and chatting and talking and taking in the evening waves. We really enjoyed this evening and were undisturbed, aside from some fishermen coming in, parking their boats.
So I'm going to take the all powers out so that we can make our dinner for the night, and we want to use the all powers with the new air fryer to see how much electric that the new air fryer uses, and because the all powers has a display, it actually tells us what we're actually pulling at max wattage, or at max sort of power, or what wattage we're pulling at max heat. So we're going to use this for our air fryer, and I think we're going to make a fry. So
Are we doing fry?
I thought we were doing fry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm quite in the mood for a fry. It's nice weather. It's nice sort of barbecue sort of area we've got ourselves. We have our fly screen in place because we've actually got the weather to use it. We didn't record any of this, but we did also get an awning for the events of, like, we've a couple more trips planned, meeting up with a couple more people, so we'll have the awning for the ability to maybe sit outside and either protect us from the most likely rain or protect us from the sun if we get enough of it, hopefully.
So this is my Brendan Explores moment. very excited to do this. He usually does this in a lot of his videos and shows what he's going to eat. So I'm excited to steal that from him and put it in ours. So we have our Frylight cooking oil, perfect for Fran. We have these potato farls. Next up we have the pancakes. I believe they're upside down. So we also went to Lidl and we got these lovely Irish honey and mustard pork sausages, and I couldn't pass them up. They look thick, they look juicy. Everything you would want with a sausage. Stephen's going to do the frying. I'm going to take the lazy man's route and use the air fryer, and we're going to cook ourselves a bit of a fry.
So we didn't actually explain what happened to the air fryer. I've just jumped in and said we have a new air fryer. So yeah, what happened was our nice big air fryer that was actually out of our house, as you will have seen in a couple of the previous videos. We were in such a enthusiastic rush to get the van washed and ready for this weekend's travel that we didn't realise we left the air fryer on the countertop, and whenever we turned the corner the air fryer just went straight off and just smashed to smithereens, and we were absolutely gutted because it was a brilliant air fryer. Baby.
That's one thing I can say about you, you do good eggs.
I also do good cereal. Very late. How about frying out at all?
Very good.
The pancakes are not frying. The f***? They're not fucking frying.
You can stick them in the air fryer and butter them.
There you go.
Thank you.
Like a gourmet chef.
Oh, that actually looks pretty good.
Go runny egg. Tasty sausages first. Unadulterated. Well, they're definitely cooked.
In the egg. That's it.
Oh wow. Sorry.
It's a bit extreme. Sorry, any families that are watching.
That's gorgeous. That's really. Oh, get into it. Just get into it.
This to me sums up what van life is all about. Parking up and eating.
Kind of kicking us up some sun.
Lovely bit of raw egg. So we have just woke up at the Lakeside Park Up, and today was a bit of a chore day this morning because we've now been here for 3 days on the road and the van was getting a little bit grubby, a little bit sandy, so we needed to take care of that. We also need to take care of the toilet situation. So there's a site nearby where we can empty our chemicals and empty our black water, and then we can hopefully head back to that site, to the lake, and get the same spot again, if it's still there, and then Stephen's going to go out on his kayak. What do you think the weather's going to be like today?
It does give good again. I think it's just going to start off like it did yesterday, sort of a wee bit overcast, potential for a shower or drizzle, and then it's the brighten up in the late morning to early afternoon. So I'm really hoping we get. It should be exactly like yesterday, and as soon as it brightens up, I can get the kayak out.
Ah, everybody's favourite part of full-time fan life, taking care of the cassette.
So now that we've done all the nasty stuff we needed to do this morning, that still traumatises me every time we have to do that toilet. We made our way back to the lake that we were at. So we drove on our way back from doing our chores this morning. We drove through rain, black clouds, mist, and we started thinking, I wonder should we maybe look elsewhere. But we've got to our spot, and the weather forecast did say it was to brighten up again. So I can see the sun coming out. The clouds are starting to break. So I would like to maybe try and risk it and see if we can stay here. And hopefully the weather breaks enough so I can get the kayak out. I am determined to get the kayak out. I've had it for just over 2 years and I've only been able to use it once because of various disasters that have been going on, whether it be ecological disasters or personal disasters. So fingers crossed. Comment below now if you think I get on the kayak, and then watch to the end of the video to see what happens. So at the very least, Rosie loves this spot because this wee circle, she just keeps running around it and running around it. So even if the weather does get a wee bit worse, at least she'll have a bit of dry tarmac that she can run around in, and we don't have to worry about her getting absolutely stinking. There we go, we keep that old dirty weather out, that dirty Irish weather out of it.
Welcome to Ireland.
It's going to get better. It is. It's going to get better. We're committed to this spot. We've never done that. We've never just sat in the spot since we've had the van. And we're staying here. I'm getting out in that lake with my kayak whenever the sun comes out, if the sun comes out.
Thankfully, the sun finally did come out and we really enjoyed another day by the water. And we're also glad to say that Rosie got over her fear of the sea and became a real water baby. And Stephen also finally got to go on his kayak. Overall, we rank this as being one of our best trips yet, and what started as a bit of a bad start by the water became a fantastic end by the water. So this year for our Vanlife has been absolutely fantastic. We can't believe all of the journeys that we've got to go on and all the different parts of Ireland that we've got to see.
So going from the caravan and being stuck to sites to actually getting our own van and making it into a camper van has been massively different for every better reason. This site that we have found has been exactly what we need, exactly what we were looking for, and it is massively better for budget as well, because we've been sitting here this is our second night now and it's cost us nothing. So definitely doing it this way has been an absolute game changer.
Getting out and being able to explore has not only been great for our physical fitness but for our mental health as well, and it's been great to experience all of these different locations.
We've been able to get a few trips out in the van, and we've also seen other people's van layouts, the likes of Jess and Joe with their really cool retro American van, but everything we're seeing with everybody else's vans sort of makes us realise maybe ours isn't the best.
So with that in mind, there are a few things that we'd like to change.
So because of the van layouts we've seen, and with being in the van, we've realised the layout we have currently just isn't working for us. So we are going to completely strip the van. We haven't taken this decision lightly. We've done an awful lot of work to the van, but it's sort of at a good point. Like, we haven't put water tanks in yet, we haven't plumbed yet, so we're at the point now where changing the layout isn't a big deal, it's just a matter of framing out.
Not only will this layout be more accessible, but it's going to be perfect for us whenever we go travelling full time.
So we hope you've enjoyed this week's video.
And we'd like to invite you to subscribe so that you can tour around with us on our next van life adventure.